We're going to convert from this throttle to a pedal operated throttle. Brake kill switch from a push lawnmower. I want to break it down so I can use the parts out of it. Okay, we get this apart. We want to cut this tab and remove the cable and the springs. Now we'll use this tab to put on the hinge spring. We'll cut that off and use it for this. That'll make the cable attachment. Now what I do is I just remove this cable if I can. Now, got my cable. And we can use this, cut this, and mount it on there for, this will hold the cable when I install it next accelerator pedal. Okay, so we do a little more cutting and we'll be able to start assembling. I've cut this tab off of the brake assembly. We will use this tab mounted on the hinge pin. We're going to put this on the hinge pin so we can connect our cable to the pedal. Okay, pre-cut this, maybe I can break it off. Okay, now this goes through the pedal, and we'll tack weld this on and attach the cable. That'll work this. The cable goes in this little eyelet here and fasten. That's to move your throttle. Okay, now we need to do a little tack weld there. Now that I attached the cable tab to the hinge pin, I spot welded that on. I can attach the hinge pin into the accelerator pedal now. What I do is just slide it through these holes I've pre-drilled. This work the accelerator pedal. Alright. Mount this onto the frame close to the cable assembly. Okay, so now you can see that I taken this bracket that held the cable, flattened this little protrusion off, flattened it out, and I used an existing screw in the frame here to mount it. And what I'll do is snap that cable into this, back in there. Now you can position the accelerator pedal about where you need to place this. Now we got the cable linkage hooked up in a comfortable position there somewhere, so we can work the accelerator. Of course, it's not operational yet. I need to spot weld this hinge pin to the pedal. Got the pedal positioned where we want it now. We're going to drill the holes and fasten her down. I use self-tapping screws. Pre-measured my cable here, and I need to cut this to this length here that I got marked. What I do is I need to pull the cable back so that I don't cut the center too short. So I pull this back out, and then we can just snip it off right there on the mark. Got it. Now I want to save this. I've trimmed this so it can mount it on the other end of the cable there. Just screw that off. And I drilled a hole in it so I can mount it, but what I'll do is screw that back on this end of the cable. I think it's getting tight now. Okay. Now we push the cable back through. And I kind of rotate it so it don't get hung. You rotate the cable there and it'll feed back through. Okay. Now we can begin to hook the other end of the cable up to the carburetor now. I drilled a hole and ran the cable through this earlier, through the chassis right there.